If this finds you today, listen immediately before it's too late. Just give me 2 minutes. That's all I'm asking for right now. 2 minutes of your time. And I know you're busy. I know your phone is buzzing in your pocket right now. I know there is a million things pulling at you, but something made you stop. Something made you click. Something in your chest told you this was different. And you are right. It is. Here's the thing nobody tells you about: the warning you've been feeling in your chest for months now. That low hum of wrongness that will not go away no matter how many times you push it down. The feeling that something is about to shift. That the ground you have been standing on, the ground that's felt so steady for so long, it's starting to crack beneath you. You thought it was anxiety, just day. You told yourself it was just stress. Another late night or another cup of coffee, another day of pushing through. But it's not anxiety, it's not stress, it's the universe ripping the blindfold off your eyes. But it's happening whether you are ready for it or not. You have been walking through the life collecting things like relationships, possessions, titles, achievements. You've been filling up your pockets with your calendar and your heart with all the things you thought would make you feel safe. But look at you, what you are carrying. Really look. That relationship you've been holding onto, the one that's been draining you dry, the one where you give and give and give until there's nothing left of yourself to give. You thought you needed to keep holding on because letting go meant admitting you made a mistake. But here's the truth, and I need you to hear this because it's the most important thing I'm going to say all day. The amount of time you've already invested in something isn't a reason to stay. It's not a golden ticket. It's a trap. And you've been in it for so long that you cannot even remember what it felt like before you walked in. That job you hate, the one where you wake up every single morning with that sinking feeling in your stomach, the one where you spend 8 hours a day doing something that slowly chips away at your soul. You have convinced yourself that you cannot live, that you need the money, that the benefits are too good, that you are not qualified for anything else. But I'm telling you right now, in this moment, that job is the very thing that's keeping you from everything you were meant to become. You have been climbing a ladder that leads absolutely nowhere. And the higher you climb, the further you get from the ground. And you think you have more time. You think you can keep doing this until next year, until the kids graduate, until the mortgage is paid off, until the market improves, until you feel ready. But the truth is you will never feel ready. The truth is life isn't going to give you a sign when the runway is clear. It's going to drop a bomb on you while you are sleeping. It's going to strip everything away and leave you standing in the rubble wondering how you got there. And I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying this because you are ready. You are already scared. You've been scared for years. You have just pretending it's not. That feeling in your chest when you think about the future, that tightness, that inability to take a full breath, that's your body telling you something your brain refuses to accept. I think you have been on an autopilot. You don't even recognize the person you have become. You have been making decisions based on what other people expect, based on what you think you should want, based on on a script that was handed to you before you were old enough to write your own. And somewhere along the way you lost yourself. Not all at once, not in the dramatic moment that you could point to, but slowly. Small compromises, small betrayals of your own heart, each one so tiny you barely noticed, until one day you woke up and the person in the mirror felt like a stranger. You want to prove that something has changed? Look at how you react to things now. Yeah, the things that used to excite you feel hollow. The people who you used to love being around now drain every single ounce of your energy. You've been withdrawing, protecting yourself, pulling away from situations that used to feel like home. And you have been telling yourself that you are just tired, that you need a vacation, that once things calm down, you will feel like yourself again. But the truth is that things are never going to calm down. And you will never feel like yourself again because that version of you doesn't exist anymore. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. That's the point. Something has been growing inside you. Something that doesn't recognize the old patterns anymore. Something that refused to accept the same excuses, same life. You can feel it when you are lying in bed at night, staring at the ceiling. You can feel it when you are sitting in the traffic and suddenly the entire structure of your life seems insane to you. You are not broken. You are waking up. And the people around you, the people who benefited from the old you, they are going to hate it. They are going to tell you that you've changed, that you are not the same person you used to be. And they are going to be absolutely right. You are not. You are supposed to be different. That's the whole point of this. They are right. There are things that you have been carrying that don't belong to you. Guilt that isn't yours, shame that was projected onto you wasn't yours. Responsibilities that were dumped on you because someone else couldn't handle them. You have been holding place for other people's problems, a sponge for their emotional chaos. And you have absorbed so much of it that you can barely tell where you end and they begin. But that's ending right now, not tomorrow, not after you fix things. Today, in this moment. Because if you are hearing this, it's because the time for waiting is over. You have been waiting for permission from someone, from anyone, to make a move that you already know you need to make. You have been noticing or hoping that someone else would give you the green light. that someone would tell you it's okay, that it's safe, that someone would validate what you already know is true. But that permission isn't coming. It never was. Because this is your life. And nobody else gets a vote. Nobody else gets to decide what you need. Nobody else knows the weight you have been carrying. And I'm telling you as a friend, I'm telling you right now, the weight is about to get heavier. Not because the universe is punishing you. No. Because it's preparing you. Think about everything you've already survived. Not the small things. Not the inconveniences. Think about the real ones. The call you never expected. The door that slammed in your face. The moment you thought you'd never recover from. You are still here. You are still standing. You are still breathing. And I know you don't feel strong. I know you feel like you are barely hanging on. But the mere fact that you are still moving, still breathing, still somehow managing to get through each day, that tells me everything I need to know about you. You are not made of weak stuff. You have been forged in fire, and fire doesn't destroy things forever. It purifies. You are about to walk through something that's going to require every ounce of strength you have built. And I'm not telling you this to frighten you. I'm telling this because I need you to stop pretending you are not ready. You have been building a vessel, a container capable of holding what's coming. And it looks like you have been stuck. Yeah, it looks like nothing is happening. But underneath the surface, where nobody can see, there has been a construction project happening in your soul. The kind of construction that doesn't need blueprints of permits. The kind that happens in silence. In the early mornings when nobody is else is awake. And in the late nights when you cannot sleep and you are staring at the ceiling wondering, what's wrong? What's wrong with you? Yeah. There is nothing wrong with you. Nothing, absolutely nothing. You are just being prepared. The things that you have been praying for, hoping for, or dreaming about, the thing that feels impossibly far away right now, it's closer than you think. But you are going to have to move through some things first. You are going to have to let go of some things. You are going to have to say some goodbyes that you have been avoiding. And those goodbyes are going to hurt. They are supposed to hurt. Pain is how you know something real was there. Pain is how you know you were alive. But pain isn't the end of the story. It's never the end. Take a look at what you have been holding onto that isn't coming with you. The person who doesn't see you, the job that uses you up, the belief that you are not enough, the story you've been telling yourself about why you cannot change. Let's look at that story for a second. Let's hold it up to the light and examine it. You are not good enough. Where did you learn that? Who taught you that? Was it a parent who couldn't say the words you needed to hear? Was it a teacher who made you feel small? Was it a lover, your partner, your soulmate who convinced you that you were too much or not enough? That story has been running your life from the shadows. It's been the invisible hand that pushes you down every time you try to rise. And it's not true. It was never true. It's a lie. You accepted at a young age and you've been carrying it ever since. Now it's time to see it for what it is. A survival tool that you are no longer need. A weight that you were never meant to carry forever. You have carried it longer than you were supposed to. You have let it limit you. You've let it speak for you. You've let it make decisions that were never yours to make. But you are not that child anymore. You are not the person who first believed that lie. You are someone new, someone who has been through the fire and emerged with strength that person never had. The version of you that the old story was designed to protect doesn't exist anymore. And the story itself is dying, it's losing its grip. That's why you have been feeling so unsettled. That's why you cannot sleep. That's why nothing feels right. The lie itself, the lie is on its way out. And the truth is fighting to take its place. The truth is going to hurt. I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you. The truth is going to require things of you that you have never been willing to give. The truth is going to ask you to leave behind everything that's uncomfortable, or really comfortable, everything that's familiar, everything that you have built around identity, around your identity. And you are going to want to fight it. You are going to want to go back to sleep. You are going to want to pretend that you didn't hear what you just heard. But you cannot. Because something has already shifted. Something has already clicked into place. And the person who started listening to this is not the same person who is listening to this now. You've been offered a warning, and warnings are gifts. They are not punishments, they are not things to be afraid of. They are invitations to prepare, to get ready, to make the changes while there is still time. And there is still time. Not infinite time, but enough to move. Enough to choose differently, enough to stop the momentum of a life that was heading in the wrong direction. You don't have to fix everything overnight. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to take the first step. And the first step is letting go of the things or of the thing you've been holding onto that's straddling you. I know you are afraid. You should be. Because this is big. This is the kind of moment that alters the course of your life. The kind of you will tell your grandchildren about. The moment you decided to listen. The moment you decided to stop and pay attention and actually hear what was being said to you. This is that moment. Right here, right now. You don't get a second chance to hear something for the first time. This is the only time this version of this message is going to land on you. And if you scroll away now, if you close this window, if you pretend this didn't mean anything, you are going to find yourself right back here someday, staring at another warning, another sign, another moment of truth. Except the next time might not come with 2 minutes. The next time might come in the middle of a crisis. The next time might come after the damage is already done. Don't let that happen. Don't wait until you've lost everything. Don't everything to realize you could have changed. Don't wait until you're lying in a hospital bed of watching your marriage dissolve, or standing in an empty room wondering where everyone went before you finally get it. Get it now, while you still have something to protect, while you still have something to save, while you still have yourself. You're stronger, so much stronger than you think. And I'm not saying that to make you feel better. I'm saying it because it's true and you've forgotten. The evidence of your strength is everywhere. Look back at your life. Look at everything you've already survived. Look at the heartbreak you got through, the losses you absorbed, the mornings you didn't think you make it to. And you still made it anyway. You are still here. You are still listening to this. And that's not a coincidence. That's proof. That's proof. You have been building strength for this exact moment, for this exact challenge, for this exact version of your life that's trying to be born right now. But birth is painful, it's messy, it requires pushing and tearing and something being completely undone. And you cannot give birth to your new life without letting go of the old one. They cannot coexist. The old life and the new life cannot share the same space. You have to choose. And the choice is happening right now, whether you realize it or not. You are choosing something to be, by listening to these words, you are choosing to consider the possibility that you are not crazy, that there really is something trying to get your attention, that the restless feeling in your soul is actually purpose trying to break through. Don't silence it anymore. Don't push it down with more distraction, more scrolling, more food, more work, more of the things that have been keeping you from your own life. Listen to it. Let it speak. Let it tell you what it's been trying to say for years, for months. That's you're not on the right path, that you have been settling for less than what you're worth, that you have something to offer that only you can offer, and the world doesn't need another version of you that fits nicely into the box someone else built. The world needs you. The world needs the real you, the you that's been hiding, the you that's been waiting for permission to come out. Consider this is the moment you've been waiting for. Yeah, the signal you have been looking for, the green light that no one else could give you, except yourself. You are cleared for takeoff. You are ready. And if you are still listening to this, if you haven't clicked away, that means something in you knows I'm right. Something in you has been nodding along the entire time. Something in you recognizing the truth when it hears it. Don't ignore it. Don't betray that part of yourself. It's the smartest part of you. It's the part that's been trying to save you while the rest of you just kept going through the motions. The motions end now. The autopilot ends now. The endless cycle of doing the same things and expecting different results ends now. You have been running on empty for so long, you forgot that what full even feels like. But you are about to remember. You are about to be filled again. Not with the things that you have been filling yourself with, not with junk and noise and distractions, but with purpose, with meaning, with the deep knowing that you are exactly where you need to be at exactly the right time. And I need you to know this one thing before I go. Before I go. So nothing is a coincidence. You got this message because you were ready to receive it. Because something in you, in your life, is about to change. Because you have been asking for answers, and this is the answer you needed to hear. Not what you wanted to hear, what you needed to hear. And now that you heard it, you've heard it. You cannot unhear it. You cannot go back to pretending you don't know. And that's the point. That's always been the point.